Welcome to your yoga practice. It is Wednesday, July 30th. Let's come into an easy seat. If you have time to stay after for some meditation, you are welcome to join me. We'll refocus on metta, loving kindness. We'll do just a moment of that as we start our practice. So you can bring your hands together at your heart, either way that feels most natural to you. Placing your hands together, Anjali Mudra, or stacking your hands over your heart space. And just connect with this area. How does it feel as you bring contact to it? How does it feel as you breathe here? And then let's imagine that we could zoom out and see ourselves. We did whatever it took to show up to our practice. So imagining maybe even that you're smiling to yourself. And take a big breath in. Let it go. Keep breathing and imagine you could say directly to yourself, may you be free of ill will towards yourself and others. May you be free of ill will towards yourself and others. Imagining you're looking right at yourself, you can say, may you know joy. May you experience joy. May you live life with more ease. May you live life with more ease. And then blinking the eyes open, let's stretch the arms up, maybe look up, opening the hands. Anytime you feel a yawn rise up, just let it come up and out. And stretch the arms out wide, keep breathing. Good, fingertips eventually coming to the ground. Drop your chin towards your chest, take a breath there. And then let's rock our head side to side. And breathe yourself right back to center. Let's switch the cross of the legs if the legs are crossed. Hands to your knees, shins, or ankles. Inhale, pull your heart forward. Exhale, pull the heart back. So you might keep the head or chin level to the ground as you do this, letting the action happen more in the middle spine. Or you can include the neck, inhaling, lifting the chin, exhaling, dropping the chin. Keep breathing, keep moving. All right, coming back to center, just one more seated action here. Hands back behind your head. Inhale, take a little twist to your left, and exhale, a little twist to your right. And do this at a pace that feels good to you. You might breathe a little bit faster. Inhale left, exhale right. The movement can be small. We're just twisting the spine as far as it can go without forcing. And when you're ready, come back to center. Reach the arms up and out one more time. Look up. And then hands come down. Well, that keeps making me yawn, sorry. Bring yourself into tabletop. Also, if you have blocks and strap nearby, you might go ahead and get those close. We'll use them shortly. But first, coming into tabletop, tops of your feet pressing down into the ground, core muscles engaged a bit. Then walk your hands forward. Today I'm going to lower my elbows to the ground. You could keep your elbows lifted. Taking something like a puppy pose. Pressing your chest down and back towards your legs, tops of the feet, keep pressing into the ground. If your head doesn't meet the ground, you could bring a block under it to help you out. I'm breathing here. From your puppy pose, you could weave the right arm under the left, taking a twist. And if the right shoulder doesn't meet the mat, again, you could put the block under that. If you'd rather be moving or flowing with this thread the needle, then you could do that too. Inhaling to reach the right arm up, exhaling to thread it under. We'll stay for a few more breaths, so however you want to use this time, just keep breathing. Wonderful. As you're ready, we can all unwind and take it to the other side. So now your left arm is weaving under the right, maybe resting on the left shoulder. And alternately, of course, you could be threading the needle actively, inhaling, twisting open to the left, reaching the left arm up, exhaling, threading. Follow the breath, a couple more cycles. And as you feel ready, go ahead and unwind. Let's try child's pose, bringing the knees and thighs together, sending the hips back as far as they'll go. The idea here being that maybe we can round the spine a little bit more. Another option would be if you have a blanket right near you, you could stack that on your thighs, kind of pick up the belly, drape it over that blanket, and then let the spine round as you drop your head down. So if this is not working for you, if you just know your body needs more space, go ahead and bring your knees out wider or do whatever to make yourself more comfortable. But if possible, if keeping some pressure on the belly is okay, then imagine breathing into not just your belly, your chest, but your low back, your side body, the back of the rib cage. So take your time. We'll take a few slow, full, intentional breaths. Remembering you're always in control. So if it feels too uncomfortable, you explore it and decide this isn't for you today, then you can let it go. That's fine. Another slow and full breath. All right. If you had a blanket on your lap, you can go ahead and move that out of the way. And from this child's pose, let's bring the forehead to the ground. That might mean lifting the hips. And then rock forward onto the crown of your head. So I have a hair clip in to move. So we're coming onto the crown of the head. And you can bring your hands under your shoulders so we can control how much pressure is going onto the head. Engage your core. Press the tops of your feet down into the ground and rock forward onto the crown of your head without putting too much pressure. Of course, if you feel any alerts going off in your brain that maybe this isn't a good idea, then back off. We're exploring rabbit pose here, so trying to stretch the back of the neck, the upper shoulders. One more breath. And then very carefully roll back to the forehead, dropping the hips as low as they go, and rock your head side to side. If you've had enough child's pose, another option would be to go ahead and sit up tall, sitting up on the heels or the knees and rocking the head side to side. All right, let's come to tabletop and then downward facing dog just as a means of passing through. We'll certainly come back here, but for now, go ahead and just step the feet up to the top of the mat. If you have a block here, you can squeeze it between your upper legs. And if you have a strap, you can go ahead and grab that strap in each hand. On an inhale, lift up halfway, extend the spine, so draw the shoulder blades together. As you look ahead, imagine pulling your head forward, your tail back. Soften the knees, fold back down. Then on an inhale, rise all the way up and then sweep the arms up. So if you have a strap, go ahead and lift that up and imagine then that you're pulling the strap apart. Keep lifting up so the shoulders shrug up. Maybe you look up. Feet rooting down into the ground. And if you're using a block, really squeeze it. Pulling up and back, up and back. Another big inhale, and then as you exhale, tilt over to your right side, really stretching out the left side body. Come right back to center, pull up and over to the other side. Good, come back to center. Big breath in, pull up and back. Exhale, fold all the way down, softening the knees. You can set the strap aside and then bring your hands to your low back. Some folks here can interlace their fingers. Some like to then lift the knuckles up towards the sky. Try to let your head get really heavy. You might wobble it a little. Keep breathing. On an inhale, push into your feet, lift your heart up halfway. If possible, keep your fingers interlaced and really pull the knuckles back while you look ahead. So now the knuckles or fingers are pulling back, heart pulling forward. And exhale, release, let the hands hit the ground. You can release the block. If you like using blocks for lunges, go ahead and bring them into your hands, and then we'll step the right foot straight back in space. We could drop the right knee. Maybe bring the blocks to a higher setting, move them by your hips, coming up to your fingertips on the blocks, stacking your shoulders over your hips. Maybe you can reach the right arm up and then over to the left. So really, again, stretching out the side body. Full breath in. And out, release. Hands coming to the ground, framing the left foot. Step that left foot back in space. Inhale. Exhale, lower down to your belly. Point your toes back. On an inhale, find your cobra. Maybe you lift your hands off of the ground. Maybe you push them into the ground and peel your heart and belly up. And then we'll all lower back down. Tuck the toes. Push yourself up and back. Downward facing dog. A few breaths here. If you'd rather move or take chaturanga, go for it. And you could also practice settling into stillness, really tuning into what sensations you feel, how the breath moves or transforms those sensations. All right, from your down dog, inhale, lifting the right leg to the sky. Exhale, step or swing it to the top of the mat, whatever it takes to get there. Again, you can bring blocks under your hands, drop the left knee. Maybe move the blocks to a higher setting, scoot them back by your hips, propping yourself up, shoulders stacked over hips. And then try reaching the left arm up. Really stretch it up and then over to the right side. So we're feeling a little more stretch through the left side body. Notice, do you feel it more around your shoulder, your rib cage or belly, maybe your hip, maybe even the left thigh? And then come back through center. Scoot those hands forward. Tuck the left toes. On an inhale, step forward into the right leg. Exhale, hinge down as the left leg lifts up towards the sky, so standing splits. And see if you can lift your right arm up and back. So right fingertips and left toes, pretending they could reach up to the sky. Maybe your left hand gets lighter also, maybe not. And then both hands, both feet come to the ground, forward fold. Hands to your low back. Imagine drawing your elbows towards each other. Inhale, lift up halfway. Pause there, look ahead. Next inhale, finish standing up, and then press the hips forward, lift the heart. Standing back bend. And then release. You might shake out the wrists. Good. On an inhale, let's stretch the arms up. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, halfway lift, shoulder blades sliding together, look ahead. Exhale, fold down, hands touching the blocks or the ground. Step the left foot straight back in space. You could stay in this high runner's lunge or lift the hands up to the sky, Anjaneyasana, crescent lunge. If you lifted your arms up, you might take one arm at a time, like a backstroke swim. And if balance is just too tricky for this, you could also plant the left foot or drop the left knee. There are always so many ways to get where we're going. Good. Okay, the next time the left arm moves up and back in space, we'll open up into warrior two. So if you have your left knee dropped, just pivot on it. You could stay low, or you can join us up here. Warrior two, looking over the right fingertips, bending into the right leg, maybe pulsing with it a little if you want a little more leg work. And then flipping the right palm towards the sky, stretching the right arm up and back. Again, you could keep pulsing through the right leg. If you do that, you might imagine really pushing into the heel, into the root of the big toe. Focus on finding stretch around the heart space, opening around the chest. Big breath in. And breathe out. Cartwheel your arms off to the right side, bending the right leg. We're all in extended side angle then. Really pulling that left arm up and over. Keep your feet planted firmly. And then pull the left arm back in space, rotating your heart open a bit more so you could look up perhaps. Big breath in. And exhale, bring both hands to the ground, facing forward. Step your right foot back in space. Inhale, top of a push-up. Exhale, lower all the way down. Point your toes back. Inhale, find a cobra pose. Stay for a couple breaths. You might imagine just slightly tucking the chin towards your chest. Imagine you could bring the front of your throat through the back of your neck, so trying to find some length there. And then we'll lower down. Tuck your toes. Push yourself up and back, downward facing dog. A few breaths. So if you want to flow, if you want to break, if you want to stay steady. All right, from your downward facing dog, let's carefully lift the left leg up and back. Three-legged dog, look between your hands, exhale, step or swing the left foot to the top of the mat. Steady yourself, you might stay right where you are. You might stretch your arms up. Remember, we could always drop the back knee if that's necessary for balance, or plant the right foot. Reaching your arms up, and then see about a backstroke swim. So one arm at a time, like windmills. Keep breathing. See if you can let your arms be as active as possible, so they're not just floppy noodles, unless that feels good. We could stretch the arms, really intentionally. That creates more pull through the connective tissue. Maybe lift the heart a little bit more, 1 or 2 more breaths. And the next time that your right arm lifts up and back, go ahead and pivot into warrior 2. Make any adjustments needed. Then we're bending into our left knee, looking over the left fingertips, and option to pulse, bending more into the left leg and then pushing into the foot to back out of it. Breathing. Upper body doesn't need to move much here. Just focusing, if you're doing it, on strengthening that left leg through bending the knee, engaging the glutes, pushing into the foot. And then option to add the arms, flipping the left palm towards the sky, inhaling reverse warrior. Good. You can keep bending and lengthening the left leg. And the next time the left leg bends, let's keep it there. Cartwheel the arms off to the left side, extended side angle. Really stretching the right arm alongside your ear. Feel your feet pushing into the ground. Keep breathing, and you might try rotating your heart more open towards the sky, pulling the right arm back in space. Good, another breath. And then release, pivoting to face forward, both hands on the ground. Preparing for standing splits, big inhale. Exhale, step forward into your standing splits, lifting the right leg up towards the sky, hinging down. Slow, full breaths. You could try lifting the left arm up and back in space. Maybe the right hand is lifting off of the ground also. And as you've had enough, set the right foot down next to the left, forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Bring your hands to your low back. Pull the inner elbows towards each other, look ahead. Next inhale, finish standing up. Lengthen the low back, press the hips forward, lift the heart. Take a breath in the standing back bend. And let it go. Shake the arms out. Standing tall, give yourself a slow, full breath. Next inhale, reach out and up. Exhale, fold all the way down. Bring yourself down to the ground. Let's grab our blocks if you have them, blanket or pillow if you don't. I'm actually going to use blocks and blanket because the blanket's just quite a bit softer on my back. And so today I'm setting it up lengthwise with my spine. If you know that you prefer perpendicular, go for it. We're taking a supported back bend, so whatever that needs to look like for you. And if you don't have props or if they don't feel good to you, then just roll out on your back, open your arms out wide. That is still certainly heart opening. If we have the blocks, then we'll go ahead and unwind onto them or unfurl. And you might need to adjust yourself. So my blocks landed a little too low. They're below my rib cage and it feels like they are poking into my kidneys and things that I don't want poked into. So we want the blocks to be under the rib cage, not any soft tissue. Good. And then as you settle in, if you feel like your head's not high enough and you do have 2 blocks, you could change the height of the one under your head, maybe propping it up. Opening the arms out wide eventually. If you're feeling like it's hopeless, like you're not going to get settled in on the props, keep in mind you can always just disregard them. But if possible, we'll take some rest here in a supported back bend. So today I'm keeping my feet on the ground, but walking them out a little wider, letting the knees knock towards each other. For some people, it'll feel more relaxing to stretch the legs long. Let yourself breathe, and you might return to this affirmation of loving kindness. May I be free of ill will towards myself and others. May I be free of ill will towards myself and others. May I experience joy. May I experience joy. May I live life with more ease. May I live life with more ease. Another breath here. And if you're on props, then let's roll to one side or prop ourselves up to remove those props and spend a little time just flat on our backs, letting things decompress. As you get there, letting things soften as best you can. Slowly draw your right knee in towards your chest and then bring it over to the left side of your body. So coming into a twist. It doesn't have to be your most full twist. Just wringing the spine out a bit. And then we'll come right back through center and switch sides. Left knee drawing in and dropping over to the right side. And coming back to center when you're ready, let yourself just be. So this month we did explore the kleshas, the causes of human suffering, from Sutra 2.3, also the Four Noble Truths in Buddhism. The five kleshas are ignorance, egoism, attachment, aversion, and clinging to bodily life. The more we can recognize these hindrances, the more we can remove the veil, accepting life as it unfolds. And giving yourself a slow, full breath, bringing movement into the body. If you have time to stay for some meditation, you can join me in an easy seat. If it's time for you to go, then thank you so much for being here. May our individual practices help to uplift the world. So if you can stay and practice some loving kindness, I like to sit on a folded blanket a lot of the times for meditation, just giving the hips a little lift. You can bring one hand to the heart, one to the belly, and stay for a few breaths, just noticing the rise and fall, the expansion and contraction. Breathing in, imagine you can breathe in peace. Breathing out, letting go of worry. Breathing in peace. Breathing out fear. You can keep your hands on your body if that's working for you, or you could release your hands down to your lap, anywhere that's comfortable. Again, picturing yourself, we'll say to ourselves, may I be at peace. May I be at peace. May I be free of ill will towards myself and others. May I be free of ill will towards myself and others. May I experience joy. May I experience joy. May I be compassionate. May I be compassionate. Breathing here. Breathing as if you could breathe right into your heart and expand it. And you can stay with this practice, offering it to yourself. Or you could think of someone who is really easy to love. This could be human or another species. It could be someone who is alive, walking the earth with us now, or someone who's passed on, someone you know closely or you've read of, someone who you really admire, who you feel no animosity towards, just easy love. Imagining them in front of you, you might even smile at them as you think or say to them, may you be at peace. May you be at peace. May you be free from ill will towards yourself and others. May you be free from ill will towards yourself and others. May you experience joy. May you experience joy. May you live life with more ease. May you live life with more ease. Breathing, holding these wishes for them a moment longer. Breathing in, wishing compassion for this being. Breathing out, wishing compassion for yourself. You could stay with this first person or being who came to mind, or open it up to someone who you feel pretty neutral about. Be someone you just see in passing, or you've taken a class with, but you don't know them well. Imagine them right in front of you, and that you could send them love and well wishes right from your heart, saying to them, may you experience peace. May you experience peace. May you be free from ill will towards yourself and others. May you be free from ill will towards yourself and others. May you know joy. May you know joy. May you live with compassion. May you live with compassion. Breathing in well wishes. Breathing out, sending them out. You can stay here, or if today you feel like you have the reserve, the expansion for it, you might think of a person or a group of people who feel more difficult to love, to extend kindness to. These might be folks who are causing suffering or problems for others. I'm just testing the waters here. How does your heart feel as you imagine them, as if you could be in a room looking right at them? And how does your heart feel as you say to this person or group of people, may you know peace. May you experience peace. You can always return to a person or being who feels easier to love as we build our reserves. Or you can stay here with this more difficult person or group. May they know peace. May they be free from ill will towards themselves and others. May they be free of ill will towards themselves and others. Breathing into the heart area. May they experience joy. May they experience joy. Mindful awareness of how the heart feels, with no judgment, no criticism. May these difficult or hurtful people experience joy. May they live life with more ease. May they live life with more ease. May they practice compassion. May they practice compassion. And now we'll zoom out more, as if you could see the whole spinning planet, the beautiful colors of blues and greens and browns. Thinking of all of the life that this planet sustains, life in the air, life on the earth, life in the water. May all beings everywhere be free from pain and suffering. May all beings everywhere be free from pain and suffering. May all beings everywhere be free from ill will towards themselves and others. May all beings everywhere be free from ill will toward themselves and others. May all beings everywhere experience joy and peace. May all beings everywhere experience joy and peace. May all beings everywhere be compassionate. May all beings everywhere be compassionate. Breathing in as if you could breathe into your heart space. Breathing out, releasing. Drawing your hands together at your heart. If you'd like to close with one Om, we'll take a breath in. Om. Deep bow of gratitude for sharing your time and your practice. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day.